Debo here. We're taking a look at the Wayne Tower. It's been around for a minute, but I never did an official video on it. There were a couple things I wanted to tweak here and there and finish out the roof area. So yeah, here it is in its final form. Formerly, these pieces were part of Wayne Manor, which of course was demolished, and the Batcave was moved, and it is now underneath where Wayne Tower is in the city. So yeah, it's pretty much my only tan building. The windows here, of course, were white framed because I had them and they were cheap. Yeah, kind of went with more of a gothic look because it is a little bit Batman. So, got to play up the whole Gotham angle of things. So yeah, there's a whole lot of quote unquote architectural greebling going on here. But I did want to make sure I had a nice little fountain in the foreground there, you know, just kind of make an event when you're coming to check out Wayne Tower. Redid pretty much the entire patio area there to make it a little bit more inviting, slightly more inviting. It's not exactly, you know, bring out a lawn chair and let's hang out kind of a thing, but and you can see from the backside here, I used a lot of windows. So yeah, it's quite ample amounts of light that reach the inner bits of the building. Did something a little different with access to the building on this one. So just these two panels in the back swing out. And you can tell when I was working on the building by the series of collectible minifigures that populated it. It's kind of true of all my buildings, because essentially these are just minifig carrying cases, kind of. But yeah, it's not a whole lot going on as far as like activity-wise. It's more of an office building. The upper floor, of course, is Wayne's penthouse because he's got no living accommodations in the Batcave itself. Although there is a coffee machine and I think a microwave down there, and I'm sure they can, you know, cobble up some other stuff and maybe pull out a cot or two. But you know, for the creature comforts, we have the upper floor here of the Wayne Tower. So got a couple beds in there. One or two might have been cribbed from other sets. Some more strange artwork and people working at desks. The further you go down the building here, it's kind of a lighter building. The base weighs a little bit more than the rest of it, so when you lift it up, you can kind of feel it sway in your hands like a pendulum. But yeah, if you grab it kind of low down on the first 3 or 4 floors, you know, you don't feel like you're as at risk of the whole thing collapsing in your fragile little hands. It's sturdier than it looks, and it holds up pretty well. So we have of course, a bath there in the very upper floor. A couple gargoyles moved over. We've got the falconer on top, of course, of the black falcons. And a couple hallmarks of rooftops up there. We got a radar dish and, of course, a water tank. But looking down here, it's just pretty much greebling for the sake of greebling. For most of the parts on here, but you know, the whole thing when you draw back, it looks kind of cohesive. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with everybody. More buildings will be forthcoming. Keep your eyes peeled. I just rejuvenated pretty much the entire city. So yeah, something you're gonna want to take a look out for. Once I get a couple more of them finished up, I'm going to do just a large compilation of the whole process and task and let you all see how that kind of evolved over these last couple months. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Subscribe if you want to stay tuned for more, or, you know, just let chance be your guide. Maybe you'll get a suggested video or something like that. Who knows?